Hey everyone, today we're going to build something we all need, a user manual for one of the most powerful tools in modern medicine, antibiotics. And getting this right is more than just a personal health tip. It's a huge responsibility we all share. So let's dive right in. So what's the deal? Are antibiotics the amazing miracle cure we've always thought they were? Or are we living on a ticking clock with their power slowly fading away? Well, the crazy thing is, the answer is both. And how we use them is what determines which future we're going to get. Okay, to start, I want you to think of an antibiotic as a highly specialized weapon in a battle. And like any powerful tool, you have to understand exactly what it's designed to do, and maybe, more importantly, what it's not designed to do. Simply put, an antibiotic is a medication that's all about targeting bacteria. Its whole job is to either kill them outright or stop them from multiplying. These are the drugs that are literally saving lives every single day from really serious bacterial infections like pneumonia or tuberculosis. And this slide right here, this is the single most critical rule in the entire manual. Antibiotics only work on bacteria. They have absolutely zero effect on viruses. That means they won't do a thing for your common cold, the flu, or COVID-19. Taking them for a virus doesn't just fail to help you. As we're about to see, it can cause some very real harm. So let's say we have the right target. It's definitely a bacterial infection. How do we use our weapon wisely? Well, there are some pretty clear rules of engagement that make sure we win the battle without causing a bunch of collateral damage. There are 3 rights to getting this perfect. First, the right antibiotic. Different drugs target different bacteria. Second, the right dose. Too low, and the infection wins. Too high, and you're just increasing the risk of side effects. And third, the right duration. Now, this is the one most people get wrong. You must finish the entire course, even when you start feeling better. You've got to finish the fight to make sure you've actually won. But what happens when we don't follow these rules? Well, every time we misuse these weapons, the enemy learns. The bacteria adapt. And that leads to a massive global threat, antibiotic resistance. Antibiotic resistance is pretty much what it sounds like. Bacteria are living organisms, and they evolve. When they're exposed to an antibiotic, some of them can actually develop defenses, making that drug totally useless against them. They become what we call superbugs. So, how do we accidentally create these superbugs? It usually boils down to a few common mistakes, which you can see right here. Every time an antibiotic is used for a virus, or a course is stopped early, or the wrong dose is taken, we are essentially running a training camp for bacteria, teaching them how to survive our best weapon. And hey, don't just take my word for it. The World Health Organization calls antibiotic resistance one of the biggest threats to global health. This isn't some problem for the distant future. It's a clear and present danger that threatens to turn back the clock on modern medicine, making routine surgeries and simple infections deadly all over again. So beyond the global threat, there are immediate personal risks to think about. Not every bad reaction is the same, and it's so important to know the difference between a side effect and a true allergy. You really have to understand this distinction. An adverse effect, like nausea or some mild diarrhea, is a common and kind of expected reaction. An allergy, though, that's a whole different ballgame. It's a rare but severe immune system response. If you ever experience swelling, a widespread rash, or you're having trouble breathing, that's an emergency. For those common side effects, your pharmacist can help you manage them. One of the most serious side effects is an infection from a bacteria called C. difficile. You see, antibiotics can wipe out the good bacteria in your gut, which allows this dangerous one to take over. If you have severe, persistent diarrhea, a fever, and bad stomach pain, even days after you've finished your medication, you need to contact a doctor immediately. Okay, we've covered the stakes. Now for the most valuable part, the user manual. Here are the clear, actionable steps you can take to be part of the solution. Let's start with the most common myth. You're a few days into your treatment, the symptoms are gone, you feel great. You can just stop now, right? Absolutely false. Feeling better just means the weakest bacteria have been killed off. The strongest ones are still in there. If you stop now, you're giving those tougher survivors a chance to multiply and potentially cause a relapse that's much harder to treat. You have to always finish the mission. What about that half-empty bottle in the medicine cabinet? Surely it's okay to use those leftovers, or maybe give them to a family member who has similar symptoms. Never.
Every single prescription is tailored to a specific person for a specific bacteria at a specific dose. Using someone else's medication is a dangerous gamble that could be completely ineffective or even actively harmful.
And for all the parents out there, the rules are even stricter. Dosing for children is based on their precise weight, so accuracy is everything. Use the syringe from the pharmacy, not a kitchen spoon, shake the liquid well, and always follow the storage instructions. And of course, never, ever keep the leftovers. Your pharmacist is your key ally in all of this. To help them, you need to give them the complete picture. Tell them about every single thing you're taking, other prescriptions, vitamins, even natural health products, to avoid any dangerous interactions. So it all comes down to this. Using antibiotics correctly isn't just about your own health. It's an act of public good that protects your family, your community, and future generations. You are a gatekeeper for one of our most precious medical resources. Which leaves us with one final critical question. For nearly a century, antibiotics have protected us from deadly diseases. But now, who protects the antibiotics? The answer, quite simply, is you.